Are you worried about chemicals in your beard care products? If you're not, you should be, and that's where Schmucked Up comes into play. Schmucked Up is a small batch premium beard care product that offers you the best product for not only your skin, but your beard. Use discount code HANDBOOK at schmuckedup.com to get 15% off. That's code HANDBOOK at schmuckedup.com. Now let's get on with the episode. Oh my God, you're such an asshole. Oh my God. I had technical difficulties, and you guys are either going to laugh at me, understand, think I'm dumb as hell, or whatever, but I got to be honest with you guys. I went to go to record Monday's episode, and I could not get the template to load in the multi-channel format in which I use. And then just like yesterday, I figured it out. I was in the wrong fucking software. Are you kidding me right now? I was in the wrong software. So I have two softwares where I'm able to focus on one channel or clip or whatever and edit just that one. Or my multi-channel, which is what I mainly use to where I can move clips around, record, and then stop recording and then move this other clip over here because it needs to be ready, whatever it is. I was not in my multi-channel software, and that's on me, and I apologize for my dumbassery because it's embarrassing as hell. I do this all the time. I literally use the same software every week, multiple times a day or multiple times a week. And I still fuck that up. How do you fucking do that? Whatever. It is what it is. I apologize. There was no Monday episode. We're going to continue with a Thursday episode. And I've actually made the decision to do Am I the Asshole solely Monday and Thursday until it gets caught up and it's like on even numbers with each other. So it's Advice and Am I the Asshole are the same chapter number. I'm sorry, I am dumb sometimes, and I'm glad you guys stick around and listen still. So we're going to just call it what it is. Me being a dumbass and being a stubborn bitch. Like, I plugged in my external hard drive. I was like, did I move the files over? All this other crap? No, I didn't. Nope, my dumbass was just in the wrong software. So that's my fault, clearly. It's definitely not even a technical difficulty. That's 100% user error. So I guess in this state, I am the asshole here for not giving you a Monday episode. But it's okay. We're going to get caught up. We're going to get Am I the Asshole caught up to the Advice podcast episodes, especially since the Advice Reddit needs to grow. People aren't writing in yet. So since the Advice Reddit reopened, they're going to have to start again, I guess, technically. Anyway, we'll get started on that in a minute. But until now, it's going to be Am I the Asshole until we get the numbers matching. Okay? Thank you for understanding, and I appreciate you guys. Hey, if you're listening or you're watching on YouTube, do me a huge favor. Subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever. It'd be absolutely fantastic to see who's coming and going and who's watching and who's, doing their thing. So anyway, we'd love it if you just hit the subscribe and click that little notification bell. All right, so this one's called Am I the Asshole for Taking My Girlfriend's Drinks Out of the Fridge to Prove a Point? Yes. That popping is my phone, if you heard that. 100% absolutely. I don't know why you would take her drinks out of the fridge to prove a point. My girlfriend and I have recently moved into our first shared apartment together. Since this is the first time for both of us living on our own, my parents offered that they will pay for our fridge. My parents own a rather expensive fridge that has a built-in ice cube dispenser. For the lack of better suggestions from my girlfriend, I decided I want exactly the same fridge as my parents for our apartment. My girlfriend has, however, my girlfriend was, however, against it because, in her opinion, extras like an ice cube dispenser are a waste of money, and it would be rude to ask my parents to pay for it. She said we should know our place and go for something more modest, and that she wouldn't use the ice cube dispenser anyway. If I want cold drinks, I should just put my drink in the fridge beforehand. She never said that kind of fridge. She never said what kind of fridge she would like, though. And so, in the end, she dropped it. And my parents bought us the expensive fridge when we moved in. It's been a while now, and I frequently use the ice cube dispenser while she just keeps all her drinks in the fridge and takes up loads of space. So yesterday, when I tried to fit in other groceries I bought, I took out all of her drinks. So she will have to use the ice cube dispenser now if she wants a cold drink. When she found out, she called me a petty idiot and hasn't been talking to me since. Am I the asshole? It is kind of funny. A little bit. But yes, you're a cunt. Why would you do that? Figure out another space for the drinks. Like, come on. First of all. And then it's like that's not really proving a point. Maybe your girlfriend just doesn't like watered down soda or what the fuck ever she's drinking that she wants cold. I know personally, if I want to drink anything bottled or anything like that, I like it ice cold. Ice cold. But to each their own. You're kind of a dick. Probably shouldn't have done that. This one says, am I the asshole for ruining our trip by not saying or doing anything? My girlfriend and I recently went on a 2-day trip for hiking. On the first day, we did a moderate hike, 2 hours, with most of the hike going down. Because of that, I suggested we hike up and take the cable car down. And on the second day, to spare our knees and work out our leg muscles instead. All of that shit's going to beat your knees up or down. It doesn't fucking matter which way you go, bro. It's still going to fuck your knees up. She agreed, and I found a trail that looks just about right for us. 2-hour, moderate level, considering her fitness level, moderate, and what I know she is comfortable with. No steep or challenging trails, like very narrow. I shared with her all the details, length, which route to go, etc., the night before, and she was okay with it. On the second day, when we were at the starting point, she saw the mountain where we were going to hike up to. She was a bit uncomfortable and expressed that it looked sort of high and steep. Now, I need to mention that she has a tendency of being overly cautious and let it get to her head. But I'm obviously not going to force her to do anything she does not want to do. Well, that's nice of you. So I asked her whether she'd like to hike down instead. She said yes. So we took the cable car up. On the way up, I saw a map with all the trails and noticed the most popular trail, with the best view, was 6 hours and suggested we take that one instead. She was hesitant, as it would go on a ridge, but safe IMO, as most people take this trail. But at the end, she wanted to take the one we decided yesterday, 2 hours, but going down now since we already took the cable car up. Oh my God, okay. I was disappointed as I believed strongly we could manage the 6-hour trail. Now we were hiking down the trail instead as planned going up, so I told myself to suck it up, go with it, even though I wasn't really looking forward to it. Before we started to hike down, she asked if we were good, and I said yes. Sensing that I was disappointed with the decision, she asked if we can hug, and I said I didn't feel like it. Well, you're a cunt. You should have fucking given her a hug. The hike then went on with each of us just minding our hike mostly. At the end, she told me I ruined the trip by making it about me by letting my frustration out on her. I haven't done or said anything to her on the whole way down. Yeah, that's kind of being a dick, dude. That's a dick move, you know. I told her that I was not really enjoying the hike down, so I wasn't really feeling all sunshine. No shit. Because you didn't get your way, you fucking toddler. She assumes I was grumpy and blamed her for the situation, which I didn't say anything like that at all. It was just a quiet hike down, with nothing exchanged between us, and now she blames me for ruining the trip. Am I the asshole? Yep, 100%. You're a little cunt. You wanted to do the 6-hour hike. You guys planned for a 2-hour hike. She still wanted to do the 2-hour thing. How about just be happy with the fact that she even went on a fucking hike with you in the first fucking place? So next time when you're feeling all ungrateful and all that other bullshit about planning a 2-hour hike and then all of a sudden last fucking minute you want to do the 6-hour bit, think about the fact that your lady even goes on them bitches with you. So how about next time you want to do a big long ass fucking hike, you just go fucking alone anyway, because you're not going to talk on a 2-hour hike. Oh, baby back bitch. All right, this one is called, Am I the asshole for yelling at my wife's brother for smoking at a party? Smoking what? And then also, kind of depends. Names changed for privacy because they're famous. They're famous. Everybody's going to know exactly who they are. Hi. I have been married to my wife, Lisa, since they've been changed, for 2 years now. Our families are pretty close with each other, and we're extremely tight-knit. Lisa has two siblings, an older brother, David, and a much younger sister, Katie, who just turned 12. I also have an older brother. We'll call him John. My brother John and my wife's brother David are also close with each other. You don't need to say we'll call him when you already said names changed for privacy, right? A few days ago, Katie had her 12th birthday party. All of us were there. Me and Lisa, David, John, and his wife, and my nephew. Also, there were some aunts, uncles, and cousins, and some of Katie's grade 7 classmates and friends were there as well. It's an outdoor party, and we're all just chilling out and having fun. All of us were there while Katie was blowing out her candles and cutting the cake. We all sang her happy birthday. After cutting the cake and getting food and all, Katie and her friends and cousins are just playing games. Me and the other adults are talking in chairs. Until I noticed David left to go inside the house. I thought nothing of it. I figured he was just going to use the bathroom. After a while, I started to get suspicious and I went inside to look for David. I saw him inside, smoking. I knew he was a smoker, but I was still obviously weirded out at this. This was his child sister's birthday party, and that he shouldn't be smoking here. He told me that he was being quick and that he wasn't outside near the other kids and adults, or my wife Lisa, who has asthma. I told him that this was not the time nor place and that he should grow up. He got angry at me, which caused us to start yelling at each other. Really? But, well, one, he's smoking in the house, and it might be a non-smoking household, but aside from that, like, really, dude? None of your fucking business. Should have stayed outside. The other adults, including some of the aunts and uncles, Lisa and John, started to pour in. The kids were even confused as they were just water gunning each other and heard adults yelling inside. My brother John jumped in to defend David, telling me that it was none of my business what he did. And I told him it is my business because it's a child's birthday and his own little sister at that. At that point, we're all yelling and nobody understands what anybody is saying because this is a dumb fucking thing to be yelling at each other about, really. And it all started with you being a nosy cunt. After the screaming match, we just passively, aggressively, and awkwardly carried on with the party, and the atmosphere was off. Even Katie and the other kids noticed. By the end of it, we all just went home awkwardly, not knowing what to do. Now, David isn't answering any of my calls, and while John is trying his best to fix things, he still thinks I'm the asshole for getting in David's business. My wife says I was in the right to yell at him, so am I the asshole? Edit. More info. It was at their parents' place, and they've expressed to me and my wife they hate the smell of smoke, but haven't communicated shit with him yet because they're bad at communication. Was it cigarette smoke or fucking pot, dude? Like, really? That's the question. That's the fucking question. Was it cigarettes, pot, meth, crack? What was he smoking that you put up such a fucking stink about it? I mean, the most of a stink you should have put up was, hey, don't do it in the house, go out to the front yard. Because the kids are all in the backyard. So it really doesn't fucking matter that he's smoking. And if it's cigarettes, you throwing up a fucking stink about it is just even more absurd. It's, let the dude get his fucking nicotine. Like, obviously you're not a smoker. You don't know what it is when you get that fucking like, oh, I just need a little bit of nicotine right now. You don't get that because you don't smoke, probably. You just, sometimes you want a cigarette, all right? Fuck, dude. Or if it's weed, sometimes you just need to freaking take a bowl hit, bong rip, whatever. Fuck, dude, leave the guy alone. The most you should have said to him is like, hey, I don't think your parents like cigarette smoke in the house. Maybe go out to the front yard. That's the most you should have said about it. It doesn't fucking matter if it's a kid's party. Hey, you ever go to any other kid's party that's not your fucking wife's sister? Adults smoke. They just get the fuck away from the kids, which he was doing respectfully. So go fuck yourself. You're the asshole for sure. Hey, if you've made it this far and you're on whatever you're listening to, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, go ahead and give it a like, a follow, comment, share it with your friends if you've liked it this far. And we will keep on keeping on, I guess, as we move forward with the episode. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing, having me on in the background. Doesn't matter. Really appreciate it. All right, and this will be the one to close up the episode. This one is called, Am I the Asshole for Not Throwing My Sister-in-Law a Puppy Shower? Is that a thing? A puppy shower? Like, really? Wow. Puppy shower. What the fuck is this goddamn world coming up to? I'm going to say no, right off the get. Who the fuck has a puppy shower? Shouldn't get the dog if you can't afford the shit. Am I the asshole for not throwing my sister-in-law a puppy shower? I have a sister, Nina, and a sister-in-law, Olivia, Nina has struggled with fertility issues and hasn't been able to desper- conceive, desperately trying since first married at 24. She's been very open with the family about her struggles, and it's made us very close. She's my best friend and ultimate role model. Last year or so, she sent a surprise announcement to the family. It read, "We're expecting ... a puppy." It then detailed how she's done trying to treat her infertility, will continue trying to conceive, wink wink, and has decided to adopt a puppy to celebrate the occasion and embrace motherhood that way. That's a slippery slope. I cried of both joy and sadness as she's handled any enormous difficulty with such grace. I had the idea to throw her a surprise puppy shower, the same way you would a baby shower. The whole family was enthralled. It was a beautiful celebration, and she got everything a new pup would need, and a cash gift to help with vets and registration, etc. About a month ago, Olivia and her husband, my brother, announced that they too were getting a puppy. I congratulated them. The puppy came home and all was well. I later heard through the family grapevine that Olivia was upset that we hadn't thrown her a puppy shower like we did for Nina. And she was thrown for a loop because she hadn't assumed she'd need to buy some of the basics, so was left scrambling when pup came home. This fucking person. Okay. I see what's happening here. I chose to confront my brother about this instead of Olivia. He had reiterated Olivia's feelings. They just expected what was done for one should be done for all. Oh, they're socialists. Got it. I explained that Nina's situation is obviously different. Yeah, no shit. I agree with you on that one. And no one throws a puppy shower in normal circumstances. The fuck no, they goddamn don't. To which he retorted that I have no idea why they don't have kids, and Olivia could have fertility issues too, for all I know. Okay. Go get tested then. Fucking figure it out. So am I the asshole for not throwing Olivia a puppy shower? I did concede that I don't know why they don't have kids, but her and I, nor my brother, are close, so I wouldn't ask about it unless she volunteered. It honestly feels like they're using the possibility of infertility as a guilt trip. But then I feel awful for even thinking that, as I have no idea and know secondhand through Nina how hard it is. Olivia also has biological sisters, so why is it my responsibility if getting a puppy was such a big deal to her? This just seems like somebody that was like, oh my God, they had a puppy shower and they got all the stuff and cash for vet bills to like make everything fine. We should do the same fucking thing. Not fully realizing that the whole fucking reason that I think he said her name was Olivia, maybe not a real name. No. Who is the Nina? Not fully understanding that the fact that Nina was even getting a puppy for the reasons of that she couldn't have a fucking baby. And like they just saw puppy, money, stuff. Cool. We'll do that instead of, getting the stuff and being an adult. No, you're not the asshole. I think that they were just taking full advantage of the fact that Nina did it and whatnot. And I actually kind of find it funny that they wanted to try and take advantage of that and then try to be like, well, you don't know if she's infertile. Well, neither the fuck do you, bro. Neither the fuck do you. The fact that you said that, not knowing whether or not she's infertile or not, like, you can't pull that shit out if you don't fucking know. Hey, go get the test done. Oh, wait, you can't even afford the basic shit for a fucking puppy, so you obviously can't afford the tests. Like, Nina is trying to conceive a baby and is going through tests and science and doctors and all this other shit, and it's still not fucking working, so they get a fucking puppy. Do not try to compare the fucking two, because it's totally fucking different. It's not, we wanted a dog, so we got a dog, but we didn't want to pay for the basic shit, versus we wanted a child, couldn't make a child, so we got a puppy instead. That's the difference. So I don't think you're an asshole at all. I'm actually behind you on this one 100%. And you can tell him to get fucked. And you can tell him that Mr. Duke from Duke's Handbook said, and I quote, you can quote it too, get fucked, cunt. Bottom line. I think you're good. That'll do it for this episode. If you haven't yet, go check out the advice episodes and keep an eye out for the Eagle and LaRue podcast, which is coming out shortly. We're working on the logos now and everything like that, just so we can get shit ready. I'm doing a little bit of editing here and there because it is a fuck ton of footage to go through. And thank you for being here and listening to this episode. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, motherfucker.